Another most important thing is that how did Brahmaji create this universe? Nirmame samstham. Nirmame loka samstham. How did he create? Yatha purvam, as it was before. That means the way we are seeing mountains, grass, trees, birds, the crows. Our campus is full of crows. So a lot of crows are there. So crows, cuckoos, peacocks, man, woman, animals, bees, all these things that we see in this world around us, every universe has the same thing and it is known by the same name. It is not that in this universe we are having this much kind of variety. You go to some other universe, their life form will be something else. That is how all these people with fertile brain, they will make movies. Aliens are coming from some other planet. They are coming from Mars, and they will look different. They will have some 8 hands, and their eyes will be different. Some eye will be here, somebody's eyes is behind. Because their thinking is life means in this world we are seeing so many variety. So in other worlds, life forms must be different. It cannot be same like it is here. But no, the Bhagavatam is saying every universe, the life forms are the same. The human beings will look like this only. 2 eyes, 1 nose, 2 ears, it will be the same only. You go to another universe, human beings have 3 eyes, 2 mouth, 1 ear. No, same. The way we look, how people look here, in another universe also you go, they will look the same. The same animals will also be there, the same cats, crows, cuckoos, all those things, whatever we are seeing here, same things will exist there also. And the intelligence that we have, same intelligence they will also have. They are not going to have the aliens having superior intelligence or coming, nothing like that. They will also have the same intelligence only. They will also be making movies, Hollywood movies there in some other universe. Some alien is coming, Avatar movie, they are making, some alien is coming. That alien is far more intelligent than them and it is attacking them. All that movies they will also be making. They are also unaware that every universe, the human beings' intelligence is the same, animals' intelligence is the same, birds' intelligence is the same. Why? Because why it is the same everywhere? Because the desires of the jivas are more or less the same. Every jiva wants to enjoy in a particular way, and according to that, revolving around the this one, just like in the Bhagavad Gita, in the 15th chapter, it is mentioned in the 9th verse. Shrotram chakshuh sparshanam cha rasanam ghranam eva cha adhishtaya manaschayam vishayan upasevate. Krishna is saying the living entity, thus taking another gross body, obtains a certain type of ear, tongue, and nose and sense of touch, which are grouped about the mind. He thus enjoys a particular set of sense objects. You see how Krishna is analyzing. He is breaking down how this world works, how the various living entities work. Externally to see, the crow will look and act completely different to us. A dog will be look completely different. A fish will look completely different. But fundamentally, if you see, these 5 jnanendriyas are common to all living entities, even to plants and trees. They have a particular kind of ear, tongue, nose, sense of touch, which are grouped around the mind. According to your body, you have that body, every body is designed with a particular kind of mind and particular kind of eyes, nose, ears, tongue, and sense of touch. With our eyes, there is a certain extent to which we can see and certain way in which our eyes work. The eyes of a frog does not work like ours. But all frogs, the eyes will work in the same way. If you look at a vulture, it will go so many miles high in the sky, and from there it can spot some dead body lying on the earth. From there it will swoop down and pick it up. We cannot see so many kilometers. The vulture can see kilometers together. Our eyesight is not so sharp. But then all vultures have similar kind of eyesight. Similarly, some animals like dogs have an advanced sense of smell. We cannot smell what the dog is smelling. The dog will smell some cloth, and from that it will go and figure out who is the owner of that cloth. You take that cloth and smell, how much ever you smell, you cannot smell anything. If you have sprayed some eau de cologne, you can smell that. Otherwise, you cannot make out. But the dog has an advanced sense of smell. Now, all dogs have that same sense of smell. But human cannot have. So you see how the eyes, nose, ears, tongue, and the sense of touch are grouped around the mind in each body in a particular combination. And that for that life form, that's the standard. But fundamentally, all of them have the same 5 senses. None of the species have some sense which is not present in others. It is unique to that. All of them have eyes, ears, nose, tongue. They have a particular kind of that, and with that they function. Now somebody may ask, where do trees have eyes? Trees don't have eyes. So how are you saying that trees also have the same sense? For that, one small experiment you do. You take a pot and you have a tree. You plant a tree somewhere. The tree is growing. Then you put some obstruction above the tree. Some roof kind of thing you put above the tree. What will happen? You will see slowly the tree will go around, bend around, and then it will continue growing. So how the tree is able to figure out that where to bend and how to grow and continue growing? Tree is able to do that. That means there is some sense of sight. However regressive it may be, however basic it may be, but there is some sense of sight even in a tree or a plant. Although physically eyes may not be there. But basically these 5 senses are the only sense perception instruments that every living entity possesses. And they are grouped in different permutations and combinations around the mind, and every living entity has a mind. And that for that particular body, the mind will function in a certain way. The dog's mind will function in a certain way. Cat's mind will function in a certain way. Some other living entities, some mouse or some rabbit you take, that's mind will function in a particular way. Human being's mind will function in a particular way. Man's mind will function in a particular way. Woman's mind will function in a particular way. Child's mind will function in a particular way. So the senses are grouped around the mind and they function according to that body. This arrangement of the senses in a particular body around a mind according to that body is created in variegated forms, 84 lakh species as described in the Vedas, according to the consciousness. It is not according to the the manner in which you will find species are differentiated in zoology. Human beings are Homo sapiens, and then monkeys are also sapiens, all those kind of, they have their classification. You will see cow is a bovine species, buffalo is also bovine species. But if you look at the way the Vedas describe, they will classify cows and buffaloes as different species because they are going by consciousness, development of consciousness. So 84 lakh species of life are there. That many varieties have been created to accommodate all the kinds of permutations and combinations of desires that a living entity may possess. So already arrangement is there to satisfy all kinds of desires of the living entity. There is no need to produce newer and newer forms. And therefore, every universe when it is created with the same life forms as we see in this world around us. There is nothing new or no changes to be done, no new forms to be created. Because the all permutations and combinations of the different kinds of desires that a jiva possesses can be fulfilled with this 84 lakh species. That's enough. That is sufficient. Krishna's desire is complete. That is why the Ishavasya Upanishad says, Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate. This material universe is Purnam. It is complete in itself. You don't need to bring in anything else outside from it to maintain it, sustain it, and keep it running. And to satisfy the desires of the jivas who are there in this universe. Oh, this jiva has got a desire. Now, in this 84 lakh species that is there in this universe, this desire cannot be satisfied. So we have to take it to some other universe where there is some body where it can be satisfied. No. Every desire of the jiva can be satisfied within these 84 lakh species. And that is why Krishna is giving Brahmaji to recreate the same 84 lakh species even within this universe also. Every time a universe is created and a Brahmaji is born, he is given the intelligence how to create it the same way. That's enough. This is how this creation is happening.